Let's go to Houston, guys. Obviously, there's a situation there involving quarterback Sean Watson. We'll see how that plays out. But we're talking specifically about the backfield and Phillip Lindsay, the new acquisition. They also acquired Mark Ingram, formerly of the Baltimore Ravens. It becomes one of the most interesting backfields in all of football because someone's going to get the football, and it's who? David Johnson, once highly acclaimed. Mark Ingram, once better than average. And Phillip Lindsay, undrafted. He had success his rookie year. He's kind of tailed off since then. Right off the bat, I think I'm going Lindsay. Or in that case, whoever's cheaper. Whoever I can get for the least value, I'll just see whoever falls first. Wherever injuries play, I'll take the guy with the lowest draft capital and see where it pans out. It's a backfield I'm not very interested in.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
Joe, what about you?
We've shared text on this already, guys. I was already kind of disappointed when Mark Ingram went there, but I kind of was like, all right, that's cool.
Who cares?
Whatever. Yeah. Where's Duke Johnson? Is he still there too?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
They released him.
But Phillip Lindsay's actually a good player. And he's not that old. So where Mark Ingram's like tail end of his career, he's kind of coming in as like the Frank Gore, just veteran, stabilize the position. That team needs a lot of help, so he's a great locker room.
I think they brought Ingram in for locker room.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, Phillip Lindsay's a good player who got derailed because the Broncos went and signed Melvin Gordon and kind of screwed him over. I didn't like it. I was hoping he was going to go somewhere where maybe he could be like a 1A, 1B, and now it's like, what is he, a 1A, 1B, 1C? I don't know. And I think David Johnson's probably the one.
No lie, I never thought about this, but I would have been down if the Niners signed Phillip Lindsay.
I wanted him. Listen, I know we have Jeff Wilson. I know we have Mostert, and I like Jeff Wilson. I was big on the Jeff Wilson train last year. I remember we talked about it on the podcast, and I said I think he's ready for some more time. I mentioned
we're going to bring in another running back.
That's the
somehow.
thing. Yeah. And I'm guessing they're going to draft some guy in the 5th round or something, but I would have been down. Like, the Niners still have $20 million to spend. We just signed Kawhi Williams to be our nickel. We brought him back and Tart, but I still think we have some money to spend. And I saw his contract was like $3.5 million. Like, Coleman's out, McKinnon's out. Those guys were making that money, so we had it. I get, like, Shanahan's kind of like, dude, we'll just bring some guy off the practice squad and he'll become our Matt Breida, our Jeff Wilson, our Mostert, whatever. But
all right, as much as I love to talk about you guys as Niners, our last 2 conversations have tailed off.
The thing I wanted to mention by the way, I do think Phillip Lindsay will be the most productive running back in Houston.
Over DJ.
Yeah, or DJ. I would probably lean towards Phillip Lindsay, and DJ can't handle a full load anyway at this point in his career, so this is not bad for him. They were going to have somebody play anyway. But the reason why in the notes I made this a main segment is because to me it's more interesting what happens with the Denver backfield now. Look, we're so early in this that we can't predict that they're just going into the season with Melvin Gordon and Royce Freeman. But if they are, I really like Melvin Gordon. And Joe, I'm sorry, man. I know you had high hopes before. If they don't bring in anybody else, I think it's finally Royce Freeman's time to do something. The problem is they're going to bring in somebody else. I think one way or another, whether it's like they just sign one of these leftover guys in free agency or they draft somebody, because they're loaded at wide receiver. I don't think they're going to draft another wide receiver. But they could draft a running back, and I could see that. But what do you guys think? Let's say they don't bring in anybody else. Do you think Melvin Gordon could get up in the high RB2 range?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah. I mean, pure volume.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen it before with him, so it's not like all that crazy because
it's not some guy we've never seen before. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, either they're gonna go. It's just this is what the fantasy gods do to us, man. They're either gonna go out and they're gonna draft somebody, or they're going to do something even more dumb, and they're going to go and sign, like, I don't know, Kalen Ballage or James Conner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, for them, it's a good move because it's good to have running back depth, but for fantasy, it sucks.
Yeah, it's awful, especially because we've always, like you mentioned, we've always kind of liked Rolls-Royce Freeman, right? We've always wanted to see what he could do. And to be honest, I looked at his stats. Like when he gets the opportunity, he's not bad. He just doesn't get the opportunity.
Before they brought in Melvin Gordon for 2 seasons, it was him and Phillip Lindsay.
Yeah.
And Phillip Lindsay surprisingly was the better back, but we always like, oh, Royce Freeman's going to blow up. And dude, I think one year people were taking Royce Freeman in like the 4th round, like going into that season where Phillip Lindsay took the role, people were taking Royce Freeman in like the 4th round. It was crazy.
I was a resident Royce Freeman fan for quite some time. And now I am not.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm giving him one more chance. Unless they draft a running back high end or they bring in Leonard Fournette or something. I hope they don't do that. That would ruin fantasy value for Melvin Gordon and Leonard Fournette. But unless they make a big move at running back, I'm giving Royce Freeman one more chance.
Fair enough. We'll have to wait and see.